ਤੇ ਉਧਰ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਲੀਡਰ ਐਰਿਨ ਟੂਲ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਉਤੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਸਾਧੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਵਿੱਤੀ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਆਰਥਿਕਤਾ ਤੇ ਕੇਂਦਰਿਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਉਤੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਅੰਦਰ ਮਹਿੰਗਾਈ ਦਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਵਾਧਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਦੋਸ਼ ਲਗਾਇਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੀ ਮਹਿੰਗਾਈ ਕਾਰਨ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ, ਪਰ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ।
Good afternoon. Minister Freeland hopes that Canadians are not paying attention to just inflation. Good for his budget, bad for yours. After having spent $500 billion, the Liberal government is celebrating a massive $144 billion deficit and only a modest recovery from an economy that had literally stopped a year ago. Instead of addressing the inflation crisis, instead of dealing with the cost of living crisis impacting millions of Canadians, Mr. Trudeau and the Liberal government will continue to make life more expensive for Canadian families and seniors. They're planning taxes of sale of homes. They're taxing and increasing taxes on January 1st. They will spend tens of billions of dollars with very little oversight or accountability. They're driving investment out of Canada, and they have failed Canadian workers repeatedly on pipelines, on softwood lumber, on agriculture, on steel, aluminum, Buy America, and the auto industry. This fall economic statement is an admission by the Trudeau government that they have no economic plan, just more debt, declining investment, and out-of-control prices saddled on the backs of families. The economy of Justin Trudeau is heading off the rails and is failing millions of Canadians who are being left behind. That's why Canada's Conservatives cannot support today's fall economic statement. Inflation is expected to soon surpass 5%, a 30-year high, and the Bank of Canada is warning it will remain high through much of next year. Families will pay another $1,000 for groceries next year. Housing and gas prices are up by over 30%. Half of young Canadians are giving up on the dream of ever being able to own their own home. And to cope with the rising costs and stagnant wages, Canadians have been piling on more and more personal debt in the last few years. Finances for many families are at a breaking point. Just inflation, just in time for interest rate increases next year. But today, the Liberals revealed they have no plan to get this country back on its feet. Just an ideological agenda that will raise your taxes starting on January 1st, making life more expensive next year. By 2023, Justin Trudeau will have doubled the national debt, spending more than all previous prime ministers combined. That is hard for most Canadians to comprehend.